Welcome back. Today I'm gonna make an informational video, kind of. Basically just doing a quick tutorial on how to build this base that I've been rolling with now a few wipes. And if you see my previous videos, then you know that this looks very similar to my 2x1 expanded bunker base. And it's basically an extra expansion to that base. Keeping the same protection and low costs by adding a roof and a little bit more space inside the base. How do I open the doors? So I'm really just quickly gonna give a base tour before I actually get into the tutorial itself. I haven't really placed any deployables. You do you when it comes to deployables, but it's fairly cheap, I'd say, for a base this size and protection. Build cost, you can see up here, 10.5k wood, 800 stone, 41.7k frags, and 430 high qual, including all deployable costs, meaning all garage doors and everything like that. Let's get nitty and gritty right here. If you haven't seen this base before, then to put it simply, it's a double bunker. Looks like this. You open the bunkers by coming out here and placing this. It has an oil refinery. You can spread loot pretty well across the base. It has multiple peaks from all around the base, both from the inside here, that I really like. And also two ways up, which each leads into a bedroom that then funnels you up to the roof. With two vending machines, so it's a bedroom each side. You get up to the roof, you have two vending machines, you have wind turbines. Really nice turret pods covering the whole roof. And you also can defend your base from up here, of course. And I thought I'd make a quick tutorial just showing you how to build this base. Base costs are right here, up here, including deployables, and the upkeep looks like this. So 7,727 fragments and 76 high qual. Yeah, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how you build this thing, and it's not very complicated at all. It's actually pretty easy to build. You can build this almost anywhere because it's not that big, but it has very good, very good raid costs, since it's very honeycombed, and because of the bunkers, of course. So you're really gonna start off by making an armored 2x2. Now I completely understand if you don't have the resources for that in the beginning of the wipe, like just make this stone then and then upgrade to armored when you can later, but you're really just gonna start off by making a simple 2x2, just like this. And you can choose this yourself. Because I have some DLCs, I don't really usually build floors like this. If you really want to, this works completely fine too. So yeah, really just a regular 2x2 with some garage doors or whatever door you have accessible. And then you come out here and we're gonna build a simple airlock. I'm gonna make mine out of metal. But like I said, you do you. The base cost shown previously is metal, like full metal base with HKM core, but it may vary for stone, but it's still very cheap. Now I'm not gonna place a triangle here just yet, okay? And I'm gonna show you guys why, because we're already gonna build our first bunker. And it's a fairly straightforward bunker. You really just build out 3 foundations like this. I like to raise my foundations because I feel like I have an easier time to actually place the offset triangle, so to speak. So you're really just gonna raise up 3 foundations, build out use the triangle side like this and keep this one empty, and then on the other side we're gonna use this one with low walls to line ourselves up, okay? And then I like to add in these wall frames and these doors. So once it looks like this, may seem a little bit complicated if you're a beginner to the game, but just try to follow what I'm doing. Slow down the video if you have to. I'm just gonna open up my building plan and I'm gonna aim somewhere around the top of this triangle and then go down a little bit and then start jiggling my way forward until it kind of clicks, like right there. And you'll see the difference is that this triangle is raised a little bit more than these two are. Or maybe it's the inverted. Yeah, this one is lowered a little bit. So it's a little bit offset, if you want to call it that. Like it's a little bit offset. So then you're going to remove this so that you only have the floor right here. You're going to build it in. And in order to make sure that it works, this wall needs to be blue. And if it's blue, then congratulations. You've basically made the bunker. Now, you're gonna place 2 half walls like this. And after you've done that, you need to make sure that this triangle floor triangle, is locked to these half walls and not this door. Because what will happen if you lock it to this door is that you will not be able to build the bunker. So you need to make sure. Just bear with me for 1 second. bear with me here for 1 second. I accidentally removed the floor. I'm super duper quickly just gonna replace it as quickly as I can. There we go. Okay, I apologize. I'm back with that now. Okay, so. Anyway, 2 half walls. Make sure this one is locked to the half walls. Place a wall frame here before you actually make the bunker, very important. And then I personally like to use a furnace for my jump up. And then you're gonna lock this floor triangle frame to this block right here, and then you should be able to place your floor triangle. And it should open up with this roof. Fantastic! Boom! You made your bunker. What I'm simply gonna do now is just I'm gonna add a simple door right here. And boom! That's perfect. Now we're gonna come around to the back side here and we're gonna do the exact same thing. So place 2 floors. On the other hand, only upgrade this floor. So what I mean by this is if you see this door right here, you wanna go to the opposite side. This one should not be upgraded, okay? This one should be. The one to the opposite side of the empty space here. This one should be upgraded. And I'm gonna show you why in a second. But anyway, let's build a second bunker coming out from here. And we're gonna do this the exact same way that we did with the last bunker. The exact same way. So if you manage to build the first bunker, you should be able to manage to build this one as well. That's why I'm gonna go through this a little bit faster. And just like that. It's working. Now, opposite side of this door, you wanna build out 2 triangles like this and leave this triangle, you know, remove that one. And then upgrade these. You can add some walls around here. This is gonna act as honeycomb. And then for this one, you're gonna build up 2 half walls. Floor triangle. You're gonna see a little empty space in between right there. And then we're gonna add in that one. The garage door. We're gonna add in the floor frame. And because this is going to be a secret stash kind of room that we can bunker off, we can actually hide loot in here that raiders may not be able to find. And the other positive there we go, is that we can add a refinery in here too. So this room is actually pretty great in my opinion. Now what I like to do is that I like to add 2 two of these, which are mostly aesthetics. You don't have to add these. I just like to have them for some reason. I don't know why. But just like the other one, we're gonna add in a little door above, just like that. Just like so. And then we can also add in honeycomb here. On this side and on this side, so that we keep the base nice and symmetrical, and a little bit more honeycomb from some sides. Perfect. Now, we're gonna decide where to have our front door. And I like to have my front door as far away as possible from my main loot, main core entrance. So I like to build myself a window right here. You don't have to have a window, you can have a wall as well. I just like the fact that I can be able to look outside and use this as a raid defensive point if I want to. Then we're gonna add in 3 frames and get some garage doors cooking. Now, because we have a main core entrance right here, we're gonna hop down here. And we're simply just gonna honeycomb this. Because we don't want to have our main entrance be very close to the bunker itself, okay? So we're simply just gonna honeycomb right here. Sorry about that, we're actually not gonna do that. I got a little bit into my head. Anyway, we're gonna honeycomb the bottom floor. And then we're gonna come over here. And we're gonna have a jump up here. Now you can choose to use the furnace for jump up. I'm actually gonna use a half wall right here. And then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with this little empty space in a minute. But let's focus on creating our main entrance now. So let's come around here to our secret stash side of the base, jump up down here, and we're gonna place down 3 floors. And then we're gonna add in some windows and create an airlock. And then here we're gonna make a jump up, the garage door. And then coming up here, we are going to have a second jump up. And you will see that the base now becomes a little bit symmetrical with these 4 things sticking up. With us having a jump up here and a jump up right here. Perfect. So, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with the second floor now. We're gonna add in low walls alongside all these spaces down here, or around here, that we haven't used yet. We're gonna add in frames for stability and garage doors. Floors. Now be a little bit careful when making these floors, because as you guys can see, I just misplaced that one, so it breaks when you open the bunker. This one does not matter how you place it, but these floors that are nearest to the 4 foundations need to be locked to the top side here, so whoopsie daisy. So make sure that these floors are locked here, because that way they won't break when you open up the bunker, okay? Just a little heads up. So I'll make sure that I haven't done that with any other floors. Doesn't look like it. It looks pretty much fine. Great. Okay, let's move on. After you've made this part, you're gonna add low walls. And if they are a little bit annoying to place, you may have to jiggle yourself around, especially on the bunker parts. Like you can see, this one can be red in some instances. You're just gonna have to jump around until it turns blue. Now we're gonna add these floor triangle frames above the low walls, just like that. And now, after we've done that, we are going to be roofing this off and adding in these roofs. Now they can also be a little bit tricky to place, but just have patience and you'll get it. So let's move on to our jump ups now, and let's get this cracking up. Okay, we're gonna add in walls all around here. Perfect. Now your base should look like this. And before we move on, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 foundations on these sides. We're gonna use them later for the creation of our roof, okay? So, yeah, now the base is basically completely symmetrical. And now, for the jump ups, you're simply gonna wanna add another jump up. Just like that. Because this is later what will be taking us to our roof. So you can go ahead and add that already. Just like that. And then for these parts, we're simply going to be building like this in order to avoid raiders getting access to our weak side here. And then we're gonna just honeycomb this. Then we're gonna place roofs, and now up here is where we will have our bedrooms. That's at least what I like to do. So I usually have coming up here, I usually build it something along the lines of this, and then the way I like to make the interior in here is 2 beds, just like that. Then I like to have another garage door right here. I like to have a locker. And then, for all you raiders out there, I like to have a mixing table in here as well. Now you might have to place the locker after you place the mixing table, so that you can make sure that it actually fits. Just like that. So this will be a respawn point. You can then go up and access roof through this. And we're gonna come around to this side and do the exactly same thing that I just did. We're gonna add in 2 beds. Meaning that if you want to, you can actually fit a quad in this space. Even though I wouldn't really recommend a quad, I'd probably recommend a duo or even a solo. You can theoretically and you know, technically fit a quad in here. Cool. We're gonna roof that off, and now we're gonna have vending. We're gonna add our vending machine pods, okay? And I'm simply adding the vending machine pods in these triangles that I haven't yet to use for anything, and then I like to have them sticking out above this triangle, because that guarantees that drones will be able to reach your shop. We don't want our shop to be broken, you know, we don't want any technical issues with it. So boom, there we go. Now we don't have a lot left, okay, so bear with me here, okay? We're now going to be taking advantage of these triangles that I made. So we're gonna build up 3 floors on each side. So after you built up 3 frames, you're gonna build a simple floor frame and then come back with a floor triangle, okay? And you're gonna do this on this side as well. And now I'm gonna build in with floor triangles. Sorry, I had a little bit of a brain. Whatever. You're gonna then add in what they call wall frames like this, and kind of connect them into your jump up. And you're gonna build them up twice, or two stories high. And then you're gonna add in these boxes. I like to do that for personal preference. We're gonna add in some chain link fences, or chain link fences. And then if I can find myself a ladder and a wind turbine, that would be great. Construction, ladder, electrical, wind turbine, perfect. We're gonna add in the ladder somewhere like that should work. And now I'm gonna place a floor up here, half walls all of this, place in our little turret, and then floor and frame that off. And then we're gonna add 2 chain links and a chain link gate as well, so that we can actually reach the turret whenever we have to. Boom. And now you should be able to just climb up here. If not, you may have to replace your ladder or replace 2 ladders. It's really up to you. Boom, there we go. Now I should be able to reach the top. Yeah. And then up here you can have your wind turbine. Just like that. And we're gonna do the exact same thing on this side. So we're gonna place our ladder around there, I think works. Build out with a floor triangle, half walls, turret, floor triangles, fences and fence gate. And I forgot the wind turbine. Let's see if this works. Ooh, come on. This takes some skill. There we go. Boom. Cool. Dope. Now I like to add in low walls here in order to be able to get better peaks down here, and if I have to I can go up there. And the last thing really is this little thing right here. I add 2 floor triangles and I remove them and add in some low walls. And that's really it for this base. I'll try to help out the people who's trying to build this thing. If you having any issues, comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and yeah, thank you for watching this little informational tutorial. I hope it helps.